All right, we are here with Kel Mitchell, the legendary. It's time to get to some of our questions from the members of Team CT on Patreon. Big Meech asks, question for Kel, was there any obstacles you had to overcome to separate yourself from being a member of All That or Good Burger, especially if you were trying to go a different route than you portrayed in those two?
Ooh, that's loaded.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Man. Shots fired.
No.
Definitely. I went through a lot because, man, we start off deep.
Man,
all right, so technically, like, we were on All That sketch show. We also had producers that were also stars of their own shows. We had the class and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they would give us advice. And around this time, I really also wanted to do other shows. Like UPN was popping and all this other stuff was going on. And I remember one of the producers were like, you don't want to be on that show. You want to continue to do this type of stuff. And I was like, no, but I want to do it like
I want to branch out.
Branch out. You know what I'm saying? Branch out. So I had this idea. I was just like, okay, this is how we going to do it. You know what I mean? And even because, you're young and you're trying to figure out, you talk to your agent, talk to people. But then I was like, I'm going to go on the set of some of these shows and just sit in the audience. And one of my ideas was I'd go sitting on the Sister set and sit on these different sets.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yo, get Kel over there, keep the Kel over there. Watch out, be in the show. We kind of just started figuring that out. You know what I mean? And then being around and, getting on the Sister show, getting on the Steve Harvey show, doing all these different... Okay.
When the funk hits the fan, it's gonna smell like chitlins, grits, and ham. Gotta get funky. Get funky. Keep going.
So it was like it was cool for us to be able to branch out.
Yeah. To
be on the Steve Harvey show. Because there's people that just watched the Steve Harvey show that didn't watch all that.
Yeah.
Right. So it was kind of like,
different audiences.
And then, Sister, and then they didn't even know that the same creator of the Sister show was also the creator of the Kenan and Kel show, which was super
Kim
cool
Bass.
too. Kim Bass, give him his flowers because they talk about everybody else, but Kim Bass, he needs his flowers. You know what I mean?
I got a little beef with Kim.
Yeah.
This is the beef with Kim.
Okay.
You weren't able to do one of his movies because you were just celebrating the birth of your child.
Oh, well, let me tell you how this happened because this is a great story. And just look out for your homies. All right. So I had to be doing stand-up around that time. So I was doing stand-up around the time. Clayton, amazing at stand-up.
100%.
You guys know that. A great writer. Stand-up.
100%.
And great on stage. And,
he's
a great guy, man. Okay, so we were doing stand-up, and I got the movie. Like, he called me up and wanted me to be in the movie. I think it was called Christmas in Detroit or something like that. That's what it was called? Yeah. Loretta Devine was in it. Deion Cole.
Yep.
Everybody. And I put
Kimberly Elise.
I put I put my wardrobe on. I got my clothes on. Everything is going. I'm on walking the set, and my wife calls me and said my water broke. And I was just like, "Oh, baby, what's happening?" I'm like, "I got to go, y'all.
Gotta go."
I said, "I'm sorry.
Of course.
I'm sorry, everybody. I got to go." And I said, "But I got." They were like, "What are we gonna do? We shooting you filmed or not?" I was like, "I have a replacement, and I know somebody that's really good. He's gonna kill it. Call Clayton."
Man,
that's what it do.
You talking about an honor and a pleasure.
Wow.
So we do the movie. It's such a blessing. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. It's fun. Movie comes out.
Okay.
I'm like, oh man, can't wait to see the. First, this is where the Viva started. So Kim introduced, "Hey everybody, this is Clayton. He is here. He's gonna do the role. Kel couldn't unfortunately be here because he's got to be there for the birth of his child. But Clayton's here." I said, "Hey man, let me stop you. I love Kel Mitchell. That's never gonna be a secret. Kel Mitchell's amazing. But what we're not gonna do is act like I'm not hilarious, brother." And when I said that, because he had done like 3 or 4 quips like that day. So when I said that, everybody bust out laughing. He was like, "You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's my bad. All right, let's get it." So I'm like, cool. So we do the thing. Now that was part 1 of the beef. This is part 2. The movie comes out.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, bet it's on. I think it's on Stars or something like that. I'm like, let me watch. Let me fast forward to where I am. Right. Kel Mitchell.
What happened?
I'm not in the movie. I said, oh, cool. Happens.
Oh no.
I hit Kim like, hey man, how's everything going? No response. I said, brother, I'm gonna run into you at some point.
It's gonna happen.
And we're gonna have a conversation.
Right.
But I was very grateful to you, and I'm very grateful for working with that legend, because what he did for me with Kenan and Kel and what he's done, his entire resume is crazy. So that brother is a king. He is so creative, and he's such a blessing of a person.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Dang, I didn't know that.
It's a little bit, but keep going.
That's how messed up I was. I didn't even see the movie.
No.
I understand. I mean, you went to go see the birth of your child. Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about?
You got
Like,
something way better.
Yeah.
That's walking around right now.
yeah, like, come on, man.
The separation. So when you were able to crack that code and be able to be like, oh, well, this is how I'll do it.
Well, I was always kind of like that. They started calling me like the rebel of Nickelodeon.
Yo.
And I didn't coin this. One of the producers that worked there was calling me like the Tupac of Nickelodeon.
Incredible.
In a meeting, and I was just like, I don't know what? What? But because I would speak up and say certain things, you know what I mean, and want to do my own thing, and I felt like there were things that needed to, happen that we could be doing at the network.
Right.
Pretty cool. You know what I mean? And I was doing music at the time too, as well. I had my group from Chicago. We performed on the show.
Yeah.
I always just love, like, even with the characters, just, adding my own twist to my characters. And it was even things like, well, I remember one of the writers, they were like, well, Kel, you just can't do it like that. I was like, okay, we'll do it your way. And then I'm gonna do it my. Can you let me do it my way?
Yeah.
And then they let me, because we were kids too.
Yeah,
So, but then they would let us do it, and it was dope. And the audience would crack up, and then that's when they started to let us have more, improv. Which, shout out to the writers for allowing us to be able to do that as teenagers. To be able to say, okay, do it our way twice, and then now go crazy. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. Let's stay in that mode of talking about all that for a second.
Okay.
After you guys left the show, they bring a new cast in, they're younger kids. There are some diamonds in there.
Yeah.
But nothing ever recaptured what you guys' chemistry and you guys' talent did for this show. And I think it's because Hollywood started to look at it as, okay, great, this will be our launching pad for all of our next new stars. And not realizing that you guys were lightning in a bottle. You can't teach that. You can't copy or mimic that. So you have you guys who are these superstars and contending with a Saturday Night Live, with an In Living Color, with the Mad TV. And they're like, oh, let's just get some more kids. And it's like, that's not how it works. So when you were able to move on from all that, Kenan and Kel.
Yeah.
This is you as a kid with your own sitcom. This is no longer a character. This is a character, but this is not we putting on costumes and doing sketches. This is scripted TV week in, week out. And you guys grow up the rest of your childhood on that show. What was that like?
That was crazy. I mean, to be a fan of Martin, of course, and to be a fan of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all that stuff like that. And them to see Kenan and I offset and then go, we need to give y'all a show. Woo! And it was crazy because it was like hiatus was coming up and they were like, you can't tell any of the other kids, but we're going to do the Kenan and Kel show. And then we had a meeting, and it wasn't called the Kenan and Kel show. It was all these other names that they were doing.
What were some of the names?
It was this, I'll never forget, it was this white paper. They put it down, all that thing. And it was like me and my homie and all this crazy. All these different names.
Oh my God.
I don't know who was the one that said, but they were just like, just name it after them. Kenan and Kel. And I was like, okay, cool. And then that became a thing with the Kenan and Kel thing. And I was just like, I don't care. I just want to have my own show. I was like, I don't mind. And his name is first. And it sounds better. You know what I mean?
Kenan and Kel.
It sounds good. And so it was amazing, bro. Like, we had so much fun. And then they would shoot it back to back. Like, Nickelodeon was like, let's go. So we were doing Kenan and Kel, all that. Kenan and Kel. Sometimes like it felt like around like the same time almost. And it was crazy. Like it was super fun though, to be able to do that. And then all the musical guests and man. Even to this day where you get artists that come up to me and be like, yo, like I got into acting because of you, or all these other things. And it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like I'm real big on everybody having their own story, like, you know, not to get deep, but like the books
No, that's good.
books of the Bible, like we read the books of the Bible, but we're having our own stories too. This
Right.
is the book of Clayton, the book of, like, you know what I mean? I'm part of your story, you know what I mean?
I
And
never
that's
thought
like
about
the people
that.
that you meet and that you don't meet anybody for an accident. You know, it all
Right.
happens for a reason,
Right.
and you're part of their story. So it's beautiful when people come up to me and tell me that I'm part of their story. You know what I mean? And which is and that's why I go up to people when I just you know what I'm saying? And it's all love. Because, you know, a lot of times in LA and Hollywood, you know, you get the egos, you get the craziness, you get all that. And it's like, brother, we all just here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, we need to support one another, man. And so I love that though. But it's cool to be a part of something like that. And it's like, people ask me all the time, like, do you get tired of, because you do other stuff, does you get tired of people talking about the stuff from the 90s? And I'm like, no, because I think it's cool. They could be saying, hey, there's that crackhead. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was real though. That's perspective.
Bro, you know what I mean? And you know who told me that? My wife told me that. Asia told me that. She's like, they could say that.
They could.
And you're not that. So
And you're
that's
not
beautiful. That. It's like, this is something beautiful. And I was like,
Shout out to Asia.
That's true. Like, you got to look at it. You
Sister
know what
Mitchell
I mean?
is
oh, yeah, she's very
spitting. You hear me?
She be spitting. She be
Man.
spitting. And it's so dope, like, you know, to really look at life like that. You know what I mean? Like, you hold a special place in someone's heart for something that they, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I'll give you this. So I'm talking to Walter Jones. We're talking about this.
Oh, my God.
About he had a screening. He did a movie and he had a small gathering in his crib to watch the movie.
Yeah.
So we watch it and he's like, man, I'm so proud of this. I'm so glad that you guys came and all of that. And he's like, you know, a lot of people always ask, they're like, hey, do you think you're going to do something to top Power Rangers? He's like, let me tell you something. I have had a very great, blessed career, some really big projects, but I don't think anything can eclipse the success of Power Rangers because, number one, the 90s had event television.
Right.
Where you talked about it the next day and people had to be at home to watch it. It's before TiVo, before the internet, you had to watch this.
Yeah.
So this, much like all of your successes as well, have went around the world.
Yeah.
We can't say that for shows nowadays.
Right.
Maybe a Stranger Things every now and
then,
then, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
So hearing you say that, it makes me think of what he said, because it's like, listen, man, what you have been able to accomplish.
Yeah.
Brother, you have touched generations of people of all ages, and it's such a blessing, and it's an attribute to how blessed and talented you are. But when I tell you, you just fit with part of being a part of their story and then being a part of yours. Kenan and Kel, all that, Mystery Men, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
That's one of my favorites.
These appearances on Steve Harvey, one-on-one, like Good Burger. We didn't even talk about.
We haven't,
Coach Cretin, like all of these things that you've done impacted me, impacted everybody that I know, and you're still doing it because all of these projects are available to everyone. And to come back 30 years later for the sequel, 25 years later for the sequel of Good Burger, what was it like stepping back into that role?
It was deep, man. You know, it was funny because we had already brought back, was that 2017, 2016? All that. We brought that back with the new cast. So we brought that back. So, and I remember
with me producing,
right, with Kenan. And when we produced that, I remember the writers that were there. They were like, "Okay, we know you're producing, but can you get back in the suit for and Repairman and all the characters?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." And so got back with the new cast and these characters of like where they're now. So I had a little bit of pregame to get back into Ed for that. You know what I mean? And so when Ed came back around, it was just like, oh, okay, I've already, been back in the shoes of Ed.
Man.
But what's deep though, I recently did an off-Broadway play, right? And so I did that, and Anything Goes. And so when I did that, and I, playing that character and being part of that ensemble, I got started out in theater. Man. And so in Chicago.
Yeah,
so it was never like, oh, I'm going to be on TV. Right. This was like, this is something positive for you to do, so you don't be in the streets and wilding out.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, it was beautiful when I was done with the character. I remember folding the clothes of the character and saying thank you to the writer of the play.
Yeah.
because I'm part of his story now. Woo! Now, he didn't know that him writing that years before I was even born, writing this play, but now all these other amazing actors that won Tonys, now I get to play the same character, and that fabric of that character is still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was my take on it. And so I was able to fold it and let it go, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing with Ed, like it's the same thing where that these characters, you have to be like, thank you, Lord, for this gift for me to be able to put my, spin on this character.
Yeah.
Right.
But the character's not me.
Yeah,
but
of course.
But thank that I get to put my spin on it.
Yeah.
And then so when I saw Ed in part 2, it was just like, hey, old friend. Okay. So I looked in the mirror. I said, hey, old friend, okay, how are we going to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, not to sound crazy, but it was just like, how are we going to do this? And it was cool because it was like, I was telling the producers and the writers, like, oh, yeah, now he's a dad. You know what I mean? Let's bring in the kids. And then to have my 2 youngest in the film play the character. And I'm crying in between scenes. Like, I'm doing it. Yeah, but I see them in their hair.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and then Carmen's right there, Carmen Electra. And then us hanging out back in the day in the stories. And it was just like, it was just a family moment.
Kids, look at his face.
Yeah.
And picture little people.
Oh yeah, no,
it's the exact face.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I tell you the anger I had that I was not on set of Good Burger 2, Kel Mitchell. Bro. When I tell you my heart was broken, but to see you be able to do this, it's a testament to the work.
Right.
You did the work and the fans showed up. To go back to all that for a second when you brought it back. And I know how things work with these networks, man. As a fan, what we wanted was all of y'all original cast together on that show doing this. And yes, let's incorporate some kids, but it's like we wanted it about y'all because you guys, you changed generations. So now
we need to do that, though.
You have to.
All of us need to get together and do something. Me and Josh got a surprise though.
Really?
That we're doing, yeah.
Josh Server, shout out to him.
What up, Josh? We just did a thriller together.
What?
And it's deep.
When is it dropping?
It's like a Jordan Peele type of joint. You know what I mean?
Is it dropping?
It'll be out this next year. Next year it'll be out next year.
Can you tell us what it's called or not yet? Can you tell us what it's called or not yet?
It's called Heading East. And I can't give it away because it is like a Jordan Peele-esque type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
Just know I'm the leading guy in this film, and I meet this girl.
I'm in. Don't say nothing else.
Meet this girl on a road trip.
No. Don't say anything else.
Weird stuff happens.
No.
Got it.
But to tell you, because like I look at brothers like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And all these, actors, Tom Hanks and all these. And I feel like to what Walter said, but then at the same time, how I think. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the talent the guy gave you, you know what I mean? And what he put in you, it's not a thing of being typecast. It's a thing of enjoying every moment, but also know I can take this same moxie or same thing and put it in something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where I'm at now. Like it's all these different other projects that you're going to be seeing coming out now where you can see me in a different, different light, different characters. I'm excited about that and celebrate what people have grown up to love me for too. But then also, hey, come over here and check this out too. And these other fun roles that's
amazing.
Doing. Yeah, I'll tell you another one off camera that I was
doing. You
reinvented
yourself so much. Like even same face as you at 11 and 12 years old. But brother, I've seen you yoked up and being in this gym. So your resurgence and changing of anything. It's every different season calls for something else. It's no different than seeing Jeff Bridges be a child actor and being able to come back at 50 and 60 years old and be an Iron Man and rejuvenate his entire career and be completely on his second run. Right?
Yeah.
Wait. I'm sorry. Patrons. Okay.
We got questions.
Nakia Best says, awesome sauce, CT. Any of these work? ? When you think about the legacy you want to leave behind and beyond entertainment, what do you hope people say about how you showed up in their lives?
Woo!
That's one. There's 2 more to go from her. Keep going.
How I showed up in their lives?
Yeah.
Someone that found the joy in everything. Because I feel like there's so many ups and downs in life.
Yeah.
But the real blessing in it is to keep your joy and keep your peace throughout all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be someone that, that someone will remember that doing that. It's like, I don't take for granted. Like when you tell me when I come into the room and you said that there was this joy that came over that
every time.
I know that that's because of the joy of the Lord too, as well.
Yeah. Amen.
And taking that time to, because the working out and stuff like that, like I get up and meditate and work out and spend time with him. So that way I can pray about every moment and in every space that you walk into. Yeah. And I think that's important. You know what I mean? And because you never know, like I said, you meet everybody for a reason. You never know what somebody might be going through.
Man,
I want to be the reason why somebody smiles that day. And I tell my kids that all the time too. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna go through things. You're gonna go through problems. I'm not saying you got to be the hey all the time, but try to keep that joy. You know what I mean? Because one wrong decision or the wrong thing you might say can start a dramatic turn 100%. For you or for the person that you just met. I mean, how many Hollywood stories have we heard?
Right.
Well, this person said this to me.
Right.
And it spiraled out of control.
Right.
Because of someone's ego.
People never forget how you make them feel.
Boom.
They'll forget what you said. But I've heard people be like, and you said this thing to me. I'm like, I never said that. Well, no. When you walked in and I was like, nah, that didn't happen. Yeah. Well, and I'm like, my presence that day made you feel a certain way and you associated something else. And they're like, yeah, I guess so. Man, that's crazy how it works. I'm like, I don't take offense, but I'm glad we talked. Right? Second question.
Good to talk. Relationships are important. Talk, everybody talk. Yeah.
What daily practice most reliably recenters you when life gets loud?
Oh, yeah. Well, we just spoke. Yeah, that's true. But yes, definitely my time. Like I said, I get up early, 4 a.m. So I get up at 4 a.m. But I got toddlers. But me and my wife, we get up 4 a.m. I exercise, meditate. And this is something cool to do too. Like I look at the morning starts at night.
Yeah.
Ooh. Not a vampire, but I'm saying the morning starts at
I'm not a vampire.
Because I know we were on that.
He's definitely a vampire.
Secrets. No, I was playing.
He's like, no.
The morning starts at night because it's this is deep too. But when God said, "Let there be light," there was darkness there. You know what I mean? And so when you're thinking about bringing light to darkness, right? It's kind of like prepare for your day the day before,
right?
At night. So it's like literally, I'm like, okay. Let me write down everything that I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm thankful for what happened, let go of whatever happened that day. But now let's get ready for the next day. Now you can go to sleep without all the anxiety and stress of whatever it may be. Yeah. I've already started. I'm prepared. So when I wake up, my mind and my body is already ready for what my spirit has already said is going to happen. So I'm ready for the day. You know what I mean? So I do a lot of that because I feel like it's important because I am creative and I will like overanalyze a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I gotta renew my mind daily. Otherwise, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm all over the place.
That's great.
So many gems.
Set the tone. Yeah, I love it.
If Joy had a soundtrack, Nakia showing off. If Joy had a soundtrack, what 3 songs are always on it? And then we have one last question after that. Go ahead.
If Joy had a soundtrack, what 3 songs
are on it?
Wow.
That is so deep.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so Love is like a Ferris wheel from Last Dragon. Let's take it back.
There it is.
That's Smokey Robinson. Because me and my wife fell in love on a Ferris wheel.
Ooh!
And so it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. We were friends at the time. And
y'all was such a perfect match, bro.
And I needed her. Man. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
This is, to be in so many different other relationships that didn't work out and all this craziness and all this stuff like that. But then knowing that God had this gift already prepared for me, you know what I mean? I'm grateful. You know what I mean? To be her husband. And I always tell her that she made me feel like, when I was like a kid again. Like this love, like I didn't even have any all the other stuff that's going, like, it's just like this joy. And I was always explaining that to her, like, man, you feel like I feel like I'm in Chicago just in the grass, just smiling, looking up at the sky.
That's
That cloud
amazing.
looks like that. And it feels like that all the time still. Still feels like that. So that's definitely there. Another one, as far as joy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
2 songs left.
That's 2 songs up?
2 songs left.
This is so deep.
Yeah.
She came with it. But
That's a great question.
Won't you come over, love? So I can show you love. You know that song?
Mm-mm.
Promise. Estelle. It's Estelle.
Okay.
To give that song.
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah.
Give me number 3.
It's her and Sean Paul.
Okay.
I've told Estelle that I love this song, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
How about that?
Shout out to Estelle. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I love Estelle. And then another Joy song. I'll do a verse.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's part of
Go
that too.
for
I'm
it.
sure a song was but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I think that's just so important. And I'm sure
verse.
somebody done made a song about that.
Yeah, 100%.
But
Yeah.
I just feel like that just is a great song because in any weak time, any areas of your life that you're going through. I mean, I've been there. You know what I mean? Where you didn't even want to be here on earth anymore.
Yeah.
And so to understand that, to know that you were born for a purpose and you're here for a purpose, that's a dope reminder for everybody that's listening to, understand that, he'll give you strength.
These are facts.
Keep going. You were born
It's
for a purpose.
amazing.
Yeah.
These are facts.
Yeah.
Not one of, I wouldn't say the epitome of joy, but I often sing it and it plays in my head, doing my thing, You and Immature. Only because it was like, it was so rare. I was watching it in the Good Burger. I was like, what? They did a song and it was playing on Nickelodeon all the time.
Woo.
Anyway.
That's a great story too.
Give it to me.
Billboard charts.
Mark, I'll pay extra, man. I got
okay, so Immature, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Immature, and they need their flowers because people don't be giving them their flowers.
That's true.
Amazing band, sold out arenas. Of course, I was doing music around that time. I was rapping and all that stuff like that. And I remember Brian Robbins was like, "Hey, so we're doing All That soundtracks." People think it's from the Good Burger soundtrack. No, it's from the All That soundtrack because we had so many amazing artists.
So many.
Brandy, Aaliyah, it was for that season. And they were like, we need a title song. And we know Kel raps and all this stuff like that. So I'm thinking that I'm going to go meet with Immature.
Yeah.
And I'm me rapping. So the whole night I'm excited. I'm like, yeah. So I got all these rhymes. I'm like, I'm at my place and I'm like writing it down. And Brian picks me up and he was like, yeah, man, you ready? You excited to go to the studio? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you gonna be Ed. You rapping as Ed. And I'm like, I'm rapping as Ed. Okay, so rip, I got to throw away what I already wrote down.
Right.
I get in the studio with Chris Stokes and I write Ed. And I was like, Ed's gonna be spitting.
He was.
It was
spitting.
And it's super dope now. Like, the TikTok has like found it again. And all that stuff. But I mean, it went crazy. Like it was on the Billboard charts around that time. We were on MTV Jams, Bill Bellamy.
Yes.
Like all this. It was everywhere. The song was everywhere. It still slaps.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So for me, I was just excited, like music wise, and being a fan of Immature. Around that time, and to be able to go on some of their tour dates.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then we performed it on Soul Train too, which was also amazing.
That's wild.
Which was wild.
When you go, just give me one of the dates when you're doing one of the dates with Immature, when you hit the stage, because again, you are a part of event television.
Yeah.
This is not something I could say in my career I will be able to say that I had.
Yeah.
When you hit that stage, was it a roar rumbling that you felt that was like, wow?
Okay. So every stage, because like Immature, they already know, so when they dance moves. And so their team was amazing, like wardrobe and everything. So they were like, we're going to dress you like them because the aesthetic got to look the same. But you got to wear the wig and the hat.
You got to wear the wig and the hat.
So when I would come out, it was crazy. I remember it was Sprite Night. Sprite Night?
Yeah.
Sprite Night. And it was Brandy had performed, all these different people because they was doing, how to do the shows. Everybody performing the same night, ending its episodes. But everybody stayed in the audience.
Yeah.
So I remember they were like, oh, Kel. Like this, just like all the industry, all my people's just screaming. And I would just come out and and it was just such a big moment. You know what I mean? To be rocking with Immature on stage. You know what I mean? That was just like super cool. And riding through like my city in Chicago and then hearing it on like WGC and hearing it on the radio. It was super cool, man.
Final
Shout out to
question.
What's up, y'all?
Talking Noise says, outstanding guest, my one and only question. You've spent your life being one of the greatest comedic actors.
Man.
Would you ever consider taking on more dramatic roles?
Man, y'all so nice, man.
Same CT, man.
Yes. And that is happening. One big one that I just did that I'll tell CT offline because I can't talk about the movie just yet. But it's big. You know what I mean? And it's in I got emotional after doing this scene because it was this thing of like, I knew that they were like, is he gonna bring it?
Right.
Because there's a stigma of like, oh, this is Kel from blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We know he just did Good Burger too. And I was just like, okay. And the thing about it is that I was off stage because it was after I did the Broadway play. So it was after I did that.
Oh, them chops was ready.
So for me, it was just like, I'm about to, and the type of character I had to be, I had to get in a space. And so like all the other actors was like, Kel's not talking to us. Why is he not? he's not talking to us. That director was like, he's in his own. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. But then when I walked into that scene, and then for the other actors within it, I'll tell you what it is, to be like,
we gotta get in the show.
And I couldn't cry at that moment. I did in my trailer, but I just was like, I want, because it is a part of me that wants to show people like, this. Yeah, I can do the comedy, but I can also act, do other, because that's how I got started. I started out in drama first. You know what I mean? So I want to show people that side of me.
When I tell you I can't wait to finish the show so I can hear about this movie. Man, again, thank you. This is only your first of many appearances coming, by the way.
I'll be back, bro.
I'm saving Stand By Me for you. Ooh. I'm saving it. There are movies that I have to save for, like Me, Myself, and Irene. I'm saving that for Matt Rife.
Shout out.
I'm trying to save Boomerang for BT. I'm trying, but Stand By Me is yours.
Okay.
So next year we back. Anyway,
let's go, bro.
Thank you for being here, bro. For your time, for just everything that you've contributed to this world.
Man,
indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you both of y'all, man. It's an honor, bro.
Whew. Final words.
Listen. I'm just excited that you were here, and this was an amazing episode. Please continue supporting Team CT. We appreciate everything that you all have done for us.
Facts.
Thank you, dude. Amazing.
Anything you want to say before we get out?
CT. Oh man, this has been awesome. Man. Love to everybody watching. Thank you for having me on, both of you guys. Shout out to the dog that's here. It's a whole story.
Shout out to the puppy.
We'll put y'all in the comments about that story. We'll tell y'all about that. But yeah, and to everybody watching, remember, find the joy in everything. And keep that peace. Yeah.
Are you getting back to doing stand-up?
I just so me and my wife, we want to date because this is my wife's birthday is tomorrow too.
I love it.
And it already started. We've already been celebrating all weekend. But we saw Deion Cole, Nate Jackson, everybody. We went to the show. At the Dopey. It was amazing. Yeah. And my wife turned to me and she was like, "Dude, you feel like you want to get back on stage?" Because she saw me laughing. She saw me looking, and I was just like, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see.
You know why you got to do it?
Here we go.
This is why you got to do it. Outside of being funny, the first time, which is how I was able to meet you and talk to you, like, man, you got some stuff here. The first time, it was you getting in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not only have you been in it, you're a more seasoned performer when it comes to stand-up specifically.
True.
And two, you got me now. So it's some stuff that you have to talk about as far as shaping that hour, that 45.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, we got to talk. But anyway, we out.
Bro.
Thank y'all for keeping the subscription. We will see y'all next week.